Yes, it may sound strange, but it's true. The French pay close attention to the use of polite words in everyday language. In some cafes and shops in France, if you use words like good morning or please when placing your order, the prices are reduced by half so you can buy at half the normal price. If you don't, you end up paying double or even more than the normal price. In Africa, the number of people speaking French is greater than in France. This is quite a natural result as France has used African countries as colonies for many years and imposed the French language to spread its culture. This policy has been largely successful, and today French is still widely spoken in many parts of Africa. The French influence has deeply rooted in many parts of Africa, and speaking this language has almost become a norm. The place where croissants are thought to be widely consumed is not France. In fact, in the 13th century in Austria, the croissant was known as Kipferl, and this delicious pastry was brought to Paris by an Austrian baker in 1839. Over time, the French people showed great interest in this unique product and it quickly gained popularity. Shortly thereafter, the French gave this unique pastry the name croissant, and it was available in all bakeries under this name. If you want to officially marry someone who has died in France, this is possible. Frankly, this surprised me a bit. It must be a rather unsettling permit. But what's even more interesting is that people feel the need for this and that it seems to be legalized. France's current law almost mandates spouses to be faithful to each other. It is allowed for this to be cited as a reason for divorce because heavy smoking and excessive football watching can affect fidelity between spouses. According to data from the United Nations World Tourism Organization, France is the most visited country in the world. With approximately 89 million visitors each year, France attracts people's interest both culturally and historically. Paris, on the other hand, is the first destination for tourists coming to France. In 2019, over 19 million tourists visited the city of Paris. With a continuously increasing number of visitors each year, Paris is among the top 10 most visited cities in the world. The Louvre Museum in France is the largest art museum in the world. The Louvre has 8 different sections. In this museum, there are over 380,000 works of art, but only 35,000 of them are on display. If you wanted to visit this museum and spend only 30 seconds on each artwork, you would need approximately 100 days to see it all. When it comes to time zones, France continues to surprise. France's overseas regions extend from South America and Africa to island chains in the Pacific Ocean. As a result, France holds the title of having the most time zones, with a total of 12 time zones. Did you know that France was the first country to ban supermarkets from wasting food? In 2016, France passed a law that prohibits supermarkets from throwing away and destroying unsold food products. This forces supermarkets to donate these foods. Moreover, this regulation to prevent food waste is a first of its kind in the world. Did you know that French authors have been awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature the most times? Since it was first awarded in 1901, France has received the prize 16 times. This makes France the country that has won the Nobel Prize in Literature the most times. The first recipient was Sully Prudhomme in 1901, and the most recent was Annie Ernaux in 2022. Among the recipients are names like Albert Camus and Jean-Paul Sartre.